Thank you, Madam General Evaluator, and thank you, Kurt, for a very informative speech, sandwiched between two very humorous stories. So that, without a doubt, met the main objective, which was to begin and end with a humorous story. The evaluation, the questions tended to be on how did you tell the story, were they relevant, did they support your points? And I thought you told them very well, particularly the first one, because we just roared. I mean, everyone got it. It was hysterical. Second one, not quite as funny because it was a little bit long, but still funny. Okay, so that was good. They were definitely humorous. Your point was to tell us about investing, what you've learned over the 30 years that you've been involved in that activity. You gave us 3 really good points to educate ourselves. You talked a little bit about the dollar cost averaging and then thinking long term. Very valuable information for anybody that wants to jump into that murky pool of investing. Okay? Now, the two things that I actually wanted to talk about, transitions from point to point. They were a little abrupt, and particularly at the end, when you went into the last story, you just said, and now I think for my last story, and then you said something to the effect that, I mean, it is part of my project, which kind of made the story almost irrelevant. Something that you tagged on because it was part of your project. So try to avoid those kind of statements, so because that directs our attention in a way that you probably don't want us to go. And that leads me to my other point, whether the stories were actually relevant and supporting to your point. And I'm going back and forth on that. I'm not really sure. Actually, I'm pretty sure the last story I didn't feel really supported the point, which is to take a positive attitude and action toward investing. But they both had kind of a little bit of a negative turn. So I'm not sure if that just falls into the category of kind of a deprecating style of humor, or if they actually did advance what you're going to say. And for me, I would say probably not. But that's just the way I saw it or heard it. But overall, great job on presenting the information. Good information, valuable to all of us. The stories were told well. Your vocal variety I thought was good, which you also asked me to look at. And the eye contact also sufficient. You make eye contact with everyone. You might want to slow it down just a tad, but other than that, I think it was perfectly acceptable. So once again, good stories. Maybe next time find something with a little bit of a more positive slant that really directs us toward a more positive attitude toward investing. And I think you have a very powerful educational speech that will be of benefit to everyone. Madam General.